everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to go through a quick Excel assessment test. Many times these are required when you are applying for a new job. They want to just see that you can go through a couple steps in Excel, and so we're just going to run through it. Let's go ahead and get started. So I pulled these questions from the internet, and I have a sample spreadsheet, just very simple here, set up, and we're just going to work through each one of these. So number one, it says to extend column A to fit total cost by month. So you can see down here, total cost by month is cut off. In addition, office supplies is cut off. So the only thing you're going to do is hover in between columns A and B to get the little cursor that shows that you can extend, and click and drag. Step 2 says to calculate a total cost by month using a formula. So if we go by month here in column B, go down to row 11 and insert a formula. It's going to be as simple as equal sum. And then we're just going to highlight the cells that we want included, close the parentheses, and press enter. Now we could go through and we could insert equal sum, do our highlighting, close our parentheses, and press enter for each of these. But since our formula is not going to change for each of these columns, what we can do is just click on our cell with the formula, hover over our bottom right corner and get the fill cursor, click and drag. Now our formula has been applied to each of the columns. We can double click to check our formulas to ensure the correct area is highlighted, which isn't necessary, but it's a good double check. So now we've created a formula for each of these. Now it wants us to create a border around the table. So let's just highlight our table. We're going to include our header, which is business expenses. Go to the little drop down right here and choose whatever border you would like. I'm just going to click thick box border so we can see it well. And now our table has a border. Now it says to format the data as a currency. So we're going to highlight our cells with numbers. And we can go up here to our toolbar and hit where it says General, the little drop down, and we can click Currency. Or you can highlight your numbers, right click and go to Format Cells and click Currency. Either way is correct, it's just a matter of preference. And now our cells are all formatted as a currency. Step 5 says use a formula to calculate total cost. So in column G, where we have total, we're just going to click in cell G5, and we're going to do the same thing we did by month, equal sum, and highlight our cells, close our parentheses, and press enter. And now we have a formula to calculate the total cost of office supplies. What we can do is we can just get that fill cursor and drag. And now we have a total for each of the categories, as well as a total for all of the categories for January through May. Now it says to change the alignment in column D to right. It's already right aligned, so I'm just going to show you if it was not. What you would do is you would just highlight the column and you would right align it, or you can center it or left align it, whichever you prefer. Let's just highlight all our columns here and center them. Looks a little cleaner. I think with currency you probably do want it to the right because you have a decimal. It looks probably better. Now it says step 7, use a formula to calculate average cost. So let's go here in column H and put average. And we're going to do the same thing we did for total, but instead of equal sum, it will be equal average. highlight our cells, close the parenthesis. Now it shows the average cost for office supplies by month was $344.80. And just drag. In order to fix our borders, what we can do is we can highlight, click no border. So now it turned off that thick box border we had. And then click thick box border, and now average is included. Step 8 is save the document to a file folder. So in order to do that, you're just going to go to File, Save As, and then we'll just save it under Documents, and we can call it whatever you would prefer, and hit Save, and now it's been renamed to our current document. Step 9 is change the page orientation to landscape. So in order to do that, we just go to page layout, orientation, landscape. And if we wanted a portrait, we would do the same thing, page layout, orientation, portrait, but it did say landscape. Fit the document to one page in preparation to print. So the easiest way to do this is to go to File, Print, and then right here it says Scale to Fit. So if this box is not checked, it will print this on 2 pages. But if I click Scale to Fit and I want it 1 by 1, everything will be on the same page. Just going to press cancel because I don't want to print. And then step 11 is bold all headings and change font size to 14. So our heading is here in column A, cell 2. I'm going to hit home. We want to bold, and in order to change to font size 14, we can press the up arrow, or we can press the actual 14, or we can type it in. It's all the same. And lastly, merge and center the heading. So in order to do that, we want to highlight the cells that we want merged. And then we are going to click this little button here. If we hover over it, it says merge and center. If you wanted to see the whole thing, you could press the down arrow and hit merge and center. So now we have went through all the steps required for this assessment. If there's any steps I didn't include here, just drop them in the comments and I will answer your questions. Thank you.